Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to TIMBP Live here on this Thursday evening. It's nice to be back with you after what feels like about 1,000 years. It's just been a week. Drinking this past weekend for the meetup felt like it might have taken a few years off of my life, but that's okay because it was shared with good people. And I'm just happy to be back, safe and sound, here in the studio, hanging out with y'all for yet another TIMBP Live. We bring in Trev Wilson, the Bourbon Wrench, here in just a second. Before we get there, he just he surprised me with something, so we'll talk about that here in a second. Before we get there, if you are watching on the replay, thank you so much for being here. Please hit the subscribe button, like, of course, share, all that stuff that YouTube says we should tell people to do because it's important and it helps us out. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers here on the channel, so we'll get there. We're working on it. We're going to get there sooner rather than later. Shout out to our mods in the chat. At the moment, I believe it's just Donnie, the Linux cat, as one of our mods is actually going to be on the stream night, of course, as you know. Also, if you would like to help support the show, because we are not yet at 1,000 subscribers, you can find links for tipping in the description of the video down below for a thing called, there's Trev in the chat now as well. Double duty in it. Should I say that? I don't know if I should say that. I don't know. Sounds weird. Coming out of my mouth, it felt weird, but I don't think it actually sounds that odd. Anyway, support the show through tipping, of course, through the Stream Elements link. You can also find PayPal, Venmo, Cash. All of those are below. 100% of the funds go to support the channel, as well as support the inevitable future of my daughter needing braces and or going to college. It's up to her. You know, I mean, she'll do whatever she wants to do in the future. All right. So tomorrow is my next round of Matt Madness. I'm going up against Clifton, and I think I might be cornering the bracket here a little bit by having a little bit of help from somebody who's already, of course, been through the paces of Matt Madness, but also by doing a last-minute training session. So without further ado, you know him as the Bourbon Wrench, of course, but he's also one of the handsomest men in all of Whiskey Tube. It's Trev Wilson, y'all. Trev,
good to see you, man.
You surprised me with the sweater vest there. You ran away for a second to go to the bathroom, and then you came back with a sweater vest on, and you kind of look like you're going bowling in the 70s.
Look, I wanted something cool underneath this, and I didn't want to just throw on the sweater vest, so I grabbed, the most Amish looking shirt I could find.
I think it's pretty killer. I mean, I think that you're developing a look, Amish chic, maybe.
Look, man. Hey, Jason, what do you want me to tuck it in?
Jason from the Mash and Drum said he will fly away with that collar. Austin Felt said, Perry, what's up, Austin? Good to see you in here. Brian Brennicky said aloha to Don Nishida all the way in Hawaii. Good to see you in here, Don, of course. Both the Brennickys are present tonight. Will Henderson is here as well. Will actually provided the sample set for tonight's training session. Big shout out to Will. Thank you so much for doing that. Really appreciate it. Cheech Arlino's in here as well. Cheech, good to see you, man. Really, really excited about tonight. All right. So the rules are going to be basically the same as what Matt Madness is. Trev is going to be asking me all of the questions that Matt would. I have not poured any of the samples yet. I have the key and the game portion of it in sealed envelopes as provided by Will Henderson. Initially, this was going to be done with my wife, but I figured that this was a little more fun, I think, for us to do. So I'm excited for this. And did I miss anything, Trev? Did I leave anything out?
Absolutely not. Other than, I don't know how much of an advantage it is having me help you. I've lost twice. So
to be fair, though,
Yeah.
the first time you didn't actually have the samples.
Honestly, I probably should have just gone in the second round without samples too. I felt way more confident in the first time. So,
will I, Donnie, will I be playing as Grease tonight? As mentioned before, I don't think I have it in me to be nearly as greasy as the man himself is. So I will be refraining from playing said character. Perhaps I will, allow my understudy to take on the role this evening. That's not Trev, by the way.
no, I'm playing Matt. I'm serious. I'm locked in.
All right. Should we do this? Should we get into it?
I was going to say I'm ready. There's not a whole lot I have to do. It's you who are going to have to embrace this game. So I'm just going to be casually drinking my drink, relaxing. It's a Thursday.
By the way, too, my I've got my little. It's about a third of the glass. My Perry Pour Control Bourbon, which is just Evan Williams Black Label. So figured that it was appropriate to have something lower proof and inoffensive to the palate. But I legitimately almost just called you Matt. I'm not even kidding. The name Matt almost came out of my mouth. So
that would have been appropriate because I am Matt.
All right, other Matt. I'll let you conduct this train now, if you would be so kind.
All right, Perry. When I tell you, no, okay, I can't do it. Go ahead and pour glass A. And listen here, there's to be no cheating in my classroom.
I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good. I got to answer a question real quick, though. Donnie asked, who is that handsome Funko Pop up there? That would be Pop Perry back there, as provided by the Starkeys this past weekend. He's my new little drinking buddy. So wherever I go, Pop Perry goes. So. Or maybe you were talking about Stan Lee. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I shouldn't have been so presumptuous there. All right, I am all poured up.
So what we'll do, I guess this is how we can do it. We talked about it a little bit. I'm going to read you the question. I will then, let me pull up a little timer just for the sake of the game. 30 seconds. And then whenever you have the answer at any time, just say it.
Sure.
And then I'll just write it down and we'll go,
Absolutely.
I'll keep track of that way. That way, there's no point of messaging me these or something. So
yeah, there's no reason for that. All right. Trev can't do Matt, only a drill instructor.
Listen here, Perry.
You're correct, Sugar Kitty.
When you see the knife hand come out, it's not good.
All right, man, on your
Perry,
mark.
when I tell you to. When I tell you to, I want you to pick up glass A. I want you to nose glass A. That scared me a little bit.
Yeah, everything kind of quit on me for a second. My bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Did you hear anything that I said?
I heard nose your glass, and that was about it.
I said when I tell you when I say go. There's multiple U's.
Yeah, I know. Now there's not.
Oh God. Now
it's fixed.
I was like, man, this is really hitting me really fast.
I'm sorry. All right. Now let's do it for real.
All right. When I tell you, I want you on go. You nose the glass only.
Okay.
And you have to tell me, is glass A from Beam, Barton, or MGP? Beam, Barton, or MGP? You have 30 seconds. Go. I like this game way better as Matt.
When you don't actually have to do anything other than conduct. That is a Barton nose.
Perry says that was a Barton nose. Okay.
I'll go ahead and put A down.
So I see how this game is going to be going.
Oh, no.
Might have had a little bit too much of that Evan Williams there.
I haven't had a single daggum sip yet.
You might have smelled it too much, huh?
Now I've had a sip.
So how was that? You were fairly confident.
I'm pretty confident in being able to pick out a particular note in Barton.
What
So,
was it? A banana note that you just smelled?
it was a banana note, and I never get banana with Beam, and I especially never get banana with MGP. So, Barton was my pretty easy answer there. Easy.
I mean, do you hear that?
Is there
noise?
a dying cat in the background?
That's my dog. He is friggin' ridiculous.
Oh, buddy.
It's just when he gets excited, when there's someone walking down the road or something, that's what's happening.
I didn't want to be rude, but I was curious.
I thought at any moment he was going to stop, but he kept getting louder. I think he's good now.
Didn't.
I hear like all of the other dogs are in the front yard. Like there is someone out there. So
That was
he
good.
wants out there so bad.
That was good. I was curious.
All right. So Barton. Okay. I mean, whatever, dude. I'm not the one playing.
Yeah, clearly. You're playing with me, and
All
I'm
right.
playing with fire.
Yeah,
So.
you are. So go ahead. You can pour the next one.
All right.
Whenever we finish, I'll let you go ahead and pour the next one.
Okay, sure.
Let me read the question on this one. Okay. Ooh. I'm excited.
I'm nervous now.
You definitely should be.
Yep. What's up, Clifton?
What up,
Almost just straight up called him Bourbon Bites.
What is up, Bourbon Bites?
Hello, Bourbon Bites. We're all hanging out with Clifton during his stream here in about hour 45. Also, snuffy chat from Miss Tammy Brennicky. $10 snuffy chat. She said, I'm going to apologize again for whatever craziness I caused, but one of these days you'll have to tell me what I did. This is my Bourbon Weekend 2021. So Tammy had a great time over the weekend.
You ready?
I'm ready.
For Glass B?
I'm ready for Glass B.
All right. When I say go, I want you to smell the glass only. And you must tell me, is this a rye bourbon, a wheater,
Oh, snap.
or corn whiskey?
Oh, snap. Okay.
Rye, wheat, corn. Go. Rye, wheat, or corn? These are the ones I like where you really gotta.
God, I got my nose too deep in there.
Too deep, he says. You have 5 seconds.
I'm gonna say, oh man, this is a tough one. I'm gonna say Weeder.
All right.
I'm gonna say weeded bourbon.
Now,
Dang.
what made you say that? The fact that you had 5 seconds left?
No, I wasn't getting much rye spice from it. I mean, it could be that it's a low rye bourbon, but at the same time, there just wasn't a whole lot of backbone of spice there. Most of what I was getting on the nose was just alcohol burn, a lot of ethanol on it. But there was a backbone of sweetness to it, which I think was not necessarily a product of it being mostly corn, but the absence of rye in there. And also, too, I don't ever really get much malted barley with a corn whiskey, and I definitely was getting malt on the nose on this one. So I'm pouring C, by the way.
Yep, go ahead and pour C up.
Cool. So Patrick Bourbon Noob is in here. He said Terry Ritter, which is the name that the restaurant used for my order of bread pudding this past weekend, even though I spelled out specifically my first and last name. And so that's just another one in the long line of names that they have given to me, despite the fact that they're not correct. Anyway, I'm going to reset my nose. What are you drinking there?
Look at this. Would you say these are the same bottle?
I don't even know what is it. Doc Swinson's?
Just look at the shape of the bottle, man.
Barely, but yeah.
I mean, minus the cork, but man, that bottle shape, pretty dang close.
It's pretty similar, but
yeah. So this is Doc Swinson Alter Ego, and this is a Yellowstone.
I was kind of between whether or not one of them was Yellowstone. So there you go. Hey, maybe I could just do a bottle shape competition instead.
You were like, is that Doc Swinson in Yellowstone?
If this doesn't go well for me tonight or tomorrow night, then I'll just refrain and start doing bottle shapes and labels. It's the designer in me, I guess.
When I uncorked it, I was like, man, that came out similarly.
Oh, hey, I wanted to point one thing out too. There's a bonus pour that Will also gave me. I want to hold off until we're done with the 4 main samples.
Oh yeah.
To get to the bonus pour.
Yep.
So that's all I had to say. All right.
Next question. This is a simple question. You ready?
All right.
When I say go, you need to answer this question, yes or no. Is this a finished whiskey?
All right.
Go.
Will Henderson, if you gave me all Barton products again.
Will is a mastermind. There's no telling what he did, man.
Yes, it is a finished product.
All right. I was about to say you had 5 seconds left, but you took it upon yourself. Very good.
I wasn't as confident in that one, but I needed to get a move.
So
on
Perry said that was a finished product. That?
You're like the perfect cross between Chad and Matt, because Matt's really good at the low level, like low energy sarcasm, but it makes you kind of feel bad about yourself. But Chad is just very like in your face with it. So you've got both of those energies coming at me at the same time. And I got to be honest, I'm a little more stressed out about this than I was during my actual Matt Madness round. So
you should be. You should either call me
drill sergeant.
Am I chat or am I mad?
I think you're mad tonight. You're normally
I'm freaking mad. Pour glass D.
I forgot to pour glass D earlier. I should have done that. My bad.
I'm gonna have to look at the other. I'm gonna look at the answers because I can do that. Because I want to get in your head. I want to know what's going on.
That's what I don't want. That's the most stressful part. Oh no! Ah! I'm bald.
Oh God!
Just kidding. It was a wig. Everything's fine. Pay no attention to the man behind the bourbon.
Donnie says, so Trev is chat or mad? And then said, I literally was typing that as you said it.
That's perfect.
Great minds think alike.
No kidding. All right, let me reset here real quick and get
and Brian Brenicky, my whiskey is finished. Now I need another.
Dad jokes. All right, buddy.
You got D?
I got D.
We're flying through this. How are you feeling? How are you feeling about that?
I'm feeling pretty confident on at least 2 of them so far.
Which one are you not confident on?
The finished one, I mean, literally could go 50-50 because it was a yes or no question. I don't know. That's the one that I was the most questionable on. But otherwise, I think I'm pretty confident so far in what I've got. So I feel free too once we're done. And I'll definitely be criticizing myself as well. But give me any criticism that you might have.
Okay. I'm trying to ask you certain questions. Some of them pertaining to this and other, just to as to not give you any hints as if you're right.
Yeah. I got
so
you.
I might be throwing some leading questions in there.
That's fine. Patrick said Trev McLovin Wilson. Yes, no, maybe so from Bill Robarsh, Beer Lovers, Wisconsin. Thank you for being here, Bill. It's good to see you, buddy.
Before we go on to D,
sure.
Tell me, since I didn't ask you about C, what made you go with it? It was finished.
It had an extra layer of the kind of grapiness that you get from oak. And I don't know if that means it's going to be a double-barreled product. I wouldn't be surprised if it wound up being a double-barreled product, especially on the nose, because it was more oaky than just a standard one fill bourbon nose.
Okay.
And there was also a little bit more of a fruitiness to it. Kind of leads me to think maybe it was a sherry finished or something like that. But I think that there was still a secondary quality to it that was imparted by a finish.
All right. So as we're moving on to D, all that we really gathered from C was that Perry's never drank sherry. So we're going to go on to D.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, what?
I need an adult.
You're doing great, man. All right. D. This one, he didn't give me anything. Like, he didn't give me a list. So you're just going to have to come up with this one on your own, okay?
Oh, boy.
When I say go, I want you to tell me what is the dominant grain in the mash bill?
Ooh.
What is the dominant mash bill?
For clarity, dominant, not flavor or secondary, right?
I would assume that it would be like, what would you call this type of bottle? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I got you. Whew. All right.
Go.
Oh, snap.
What's up, Malcolm? Good to friggin' see you.
Malcolm Brown, I think you're new to the chat in here. Oh, snap.
10 seconds. 5.
Rye.
On the buzzer, Perry goes with rye.
I don't have anything that I am as confident in this round as I was with the Old Forester 1910 in my first round of Matt Madness. Like that one I knew pretty much right off the bat what it was going to be. Nothing that one here.
Did that one not become off something else? Like it didn't give you any distinct, because you waited to the last second to say rye. So I want to know if you were smelling other notes.
I was kind of leaning towards it might be a single malt whiskey, but it could also be a mash bill with a high malted rye content. So I probably should have. It is Robot Scott. That is my final answer, but I'm not feeling good about it.
Well, it doesn't matter what you feel. You already said it. So what's done is done, my friend.
Oh boy! All right.
Yeah. Take a minute. Just kind of relax. You're doing pretty. Doing pretty.
I'm moving at a clip. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know how you're doing, really.
That's fair.
Just get ready for round 2.
I'm working on it, I guess. Malcolm Brown says, usually lurking. Glad for you to not be lurking anymore. Eric Black is in here. Eric Black, Trev, brought this weekend one of the most special bottles I've ever had in my entire life. And it was one of 2 single barrel picks of Forester 1920.
Wait, what?
Uh-huh. Yeah. It was for the Bourbon Affair a few years back. And Chris Morris picked that barrel as a single barrel of Old Forester 1920.
For the event?
For the Bourbon Affair. Yep.
So it was like, this is it. We're doing it for this event, and then that's it.
Yep. One of 2 single barrels ever of 1920. And it was phenomenal.
So I'm imagining just 1920, but, high doses of, testosterone.
It felt that way. It did kind of feel like I could conquer something after drinking it. I don't know what that was, what it would have been. I mean, maybe a small hill, maybe, I don't know, some ants, but I would be in charge.
Unfortunately, you didn't try it right before this game show. But
is there a game show where the host just berates the contestants? Because
Matt.
I know Matt Madness might be the only one of its kind, but I would love to see just the psychological warfare of a game like this. It's look, Donnie said I will share some of the 1920 pick with you. To you, Trev. It's friggin' killer, man.
Let's go, Donnie.
It's so good.
I will share with you my love.
There you go. All right. I am ready for round 2 whenever.
This is it. This is where you start drinking, man.
This is what makes or breaks me.
It's this probably it might break you, Perry. I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah, based on your little tease of letting me know that it was going to challenge me, and then Will's tease that it was also going to challenge me, I'm confident that there's going to be a challenge here. So
yeah, I don't think you really know how it's going to challenge you, but it's about to. Let's get into it. Pour.
That's it.
Oh, you already poured glass A. Grab glass A. Now, Perry, this is what's going to happen.
It's the most awkward way to hold a Glencairn. Sorry.
That you're nervous.
Just full fisting it.
I'm ready.
Can I have my bourbon now, please? Can I drink it now, please? I'm real scared.
When I say go,
okay,
you can take up to 2 sips or drinks. Just 2. 2 sips and guess within 30 seconds, okay?
Okay.
Glass A, when I say go, I want you to tell me, is this older or younger than 10 years old?
Okay.
Go. America.
Truly fitting into the role of Matt Porter tonight.
You have 10 seconds. Five.
Older.
What was that?
Older.
Perry says older than 10. What made you go with older?
It's starting to get some of the tannic feelings, notes that start to creep up around the 12-year mark.
Okay.
And especially with that Barton. Oh man.
Perry, let me ask you this, and this isn't part of the game at all, but
Okay.
you have 5 seconds to answer a question I just came up with.
Okay.
You have exactly 5 seconds to tell me the exact age of that bottle.
12 years old.
Okay.
I think it's 1792 12-year. I'll go ahead and say it.
And he says that it's 1792, which I didn't ask that, but he just said, you know what? I don't care about the host.
It's my game. It's my show now, apparently. Welcome back to Matt Madness, everybody. My name's Perry. Matt can suck it.
This is where I wanted this show to go. All right.
That's the craziest I'm going to get all night.
So I wrote it down. I've done it. You seem pretty confident on that one. You've been confident on that one from the get-go.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I'm Barton is something that is Matt Porter censoring himself. This is bull. So, Matt, hey man.
Matt, I will invite you onto this game show next year. You can play along.
Trevor's Troubles. Oh man.
So, honestly, Perry, you're pretty confident on that one, and I couldn't imagine being that confident and be so wrong.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say something like that. All right, let's just move on to B so that I can get this embarrassment hour over with.
You have B. I want you to pick Glass B up.
I have picked it up. I did it again.
You have 30 seconds. And this one, again, I tested you. So I asked you that question to set you up for this one.
Oh, snap.
No, I didn't. Trick you. You have 30 seconds to guess. Hold on. Let me back up. Because it doesn't Matt does something. Who is this guy in the chat causing trouble?
Matt, I love you so much, man. I really do. I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to win, man. I'm trying to work on this. Oh, now I'm getting like sweaty. I feel like I've been called out by the teacher.
You shouldn't be worried about a thing, Perry.
I know. Daniel H., what's up, man? Thank you for being here.
I need to clear. I'm glad. Does Matt, when I ask this next question, and Perry doesn't know what the question is, but this is something that is a precise guess. So if he guesses, is it something like if he gets close to it, it's one thing, and if he gets it exactly, then it's like nail on, like you get more points?
Yeah, I think if it's a proof thing, if I get, well, I think if I'm the closest, in a competition, I get like 2 points. And if I get it right, it's 5 points. I think that's right.
Okay. Well, with this, let's just see how close you can get. And if you get it directly, then I'll give you extra points.
That's fine. That's fine.
You have 30 seconds, 2 sips. Guess the proof. Go.
Whoa. Whoa! What the heck?
You have 10 seconds.
110.
Perry says that this was 110.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's higher than that. Daggone it.
I can only accept 110, but I want you to tell me your second guess. If you truly had to guess what that was.
123.
All right, no more thinking about it.
Man.
What'd you think about that one?
That was kind of brutal. that first sip knocked me on my butt. I mean, just hands down. I was not expecting it to be that high a proof.
If you were watching me instead of off into space, you would have seen it coming. I was waiting.
Dude, that's really good, though. I don't know what it is. I actually like it. It's probably something I've said I don't like in the past, but yeah.
I will say I've tried that. Really good.
Matt, his second guess sucks worse than Trev's impersonation of me. At least put on 75 pounds, Trev. Make the sacrifice. Oh, I feel like I've betrayed my best friend now.
No, look, I've ditched. We've established this. I've ditched mimicking Matt, and I am now mad. I'm Chat. I'm the hybrid of Matt and Chad.
For a second there, my brain said what you said was mad and chat again. So Christian Bale would have done it.
Look, there's a reason why Christian Bale makes the money and I don't. You go all in.
DC, what the heck? Trev's wearing McLovin's outfit from Superbad. That's what Patrick said earlier too. But
it's all I had, man. It's all I had.
Scott Pigsley, you never go full Matt Porter? Nobody should go full Matt Porter other than Matt Porter.
Beggars can't be choosers. This is what I got.
Why do I feel like I'm going to lose points tomorrow night before the game even starts because I did a training session the night before?
Nope. You can train. Got to train for the fight, man.
Tim, Trev has a fast metabolism.
I ate an entire steak before this. Just it fell right off.
That's what. Never mind. I'm not going to say that. Anyway, let's move on to Glass C, please.
Glass C, Perry. Grab that some gun. You have 30 seconds. And I was told that this is what you needed to practice on.
Oh, okay.
You have 30 seconds to tell me, what is the state of distillation? Kentucky, Tennessee, or Indiana?
That is exactly what I told him I needed practice on.
Kentucky, Tennessee, Indiana, go. You have 10 seconds. 5.
Indiana.
And Perry goes with Indiana. What made you think Indiana?
Sorry. This is precisely the question I don't need help with for tomorrow.
You probably won't have a single one of those now.
to be quite honest on this one, I was trying to get an answer out more than anything. The problem with the 30 seconds is that it's really hard to get that finish that really kind of clues you in more to where it's from. So I kind of I freaked out a little bit towards the end there. I could easily see this being Jack Daniel's single barrel proof now.
Oh, could you?
I could.
You know, I've guessed that answer on Matt Madness before. I wasn't freaking close.
Was this when you had the samples or when you didn't?
Oh, I had them. I tried it. Totally wrong.
That's fair. That's fair. Hey, I want to remind everybody as well. Look at the legs, James Taylor. Yeah, but it's got that color of I don't think it quite has the viscosity, but it almost looks finished. I mean, it's. I don't think that the legs are quite what Jack Daniel's barrel proof is. I don't know. I could have gone either way. Before we move on to the next one, I want to remind everybody, too, that the tips for the show are available in the description of the video down below. Since we are not at 1,000 subs yet, there are other ways to do super chats, or as we call them here, snuffy chats, which is in support of our main man, Snuffleupagus, who is still up on top of the bourbon cabinet. I have not yet brought him down, of course, because I'm an idiot and I can never remember to do things. So there you go. Yeah, everything helps support the show. It's just like super chats. It's just through a different means, but it is all appreciated. And I love you guys. So thank you so much for being here. Also, 40 people freaking watching. We don't normally get this high on our streams, but dadgummit, thank you all so much for being here. If you're here because of Trev, please go ahead and subscribe. If you know Trev, you probably already know about my channel as well. But regardless, thank you all so much. This is awesome. Appreciate
Let's freaking go.
Let's freaking go. Should we go on deep?
We talked about this earlier, Perry. This is like the first time we've done this together, but you and I have essentially known each other for years.
I know. It's ridiculous. So I'm thinking, all right, I don't know if it's going to be like once a quarter, every other month, or once a month, but we need to do more like stream collaborations. We just need to get you on the friggin' podcast, dude. Let's just get you on the show.
Listen here, Perry. Not only do I want to be on the podcast, I want to come there and be on the podcast.
Oh, you're absolutely invited.
I don't 100%. Want to do this remotely. No.
Nope. You are invited to come and do the podcast in person. Not out here.
We're looking for a reason to come back. So,
all right.
Move on to D. Because Will Henderson said that he is drinking this one with you.
Oh, snap. Okay.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what you want to take from that, but
I don't either. Will did say to Matt, you should do a losers bracket where for Matt Madness, where they have to answer questions about seltzers.
Count me the heck in. You throw in some Natterdays in there too while you're at it, because
have you had the Jim Beam seltzer yet? It's so good.
Seltzers, man. Highball.
Jim Beam Classic Highball, bourbon and seltzer. It's not working. There you go.
Trev would still guess Jack Daniel's barrel proof.
Perfect.
Can we just get on to D already?
No, let's just move on to D. Yeah.
People freaking picking on me now. All right. So, Perry, according to Matt, this type of question won't even be asked.
Great. Friggin' fantastic.
You have 30 seconds. Is this whiskey from Indiana, Kentucky, or Alberta, Canada?
Jeez.
Indiana, Kentucky, Alberta. Go.
Oh, heck.
You have 10. Three.
Alberta.
Now, what on earth made you say Alberta? I honestly don't know because I don't have these, so I don't know what the heck y'all are tasting, to be honest.
It just reminded me of a Canadian rye. So
you guess rye.
I would say it's Canadian rye whiskey. Yeah.
So you're getting that
I'm
rye.
not a big fan of what this is, though.
You're not a big fan?
And I'm not particularly. Whew. There's something kind of astringent on the back end of the palate. Papa Ritter's here. Said, hey, y'all. Hey, Dad. And Zopher. Got a twofer with Zopher and Dad. Oh.
I'll be honest, I don't have much to say and ask because I don't really know, man.
That's okay. That's all good, man. It's all good.
What I'm saying is you picked up notes that I would have asked questions about.
That's fair.
So there we go.
Well, I'm nothing if not.
Okay, so you wanted to do this last round, so round 3 before you did the bonus? Because round 3 is I give you X amount of minutes, and then so this says you have 5 minutes, and you have to name all 4.
Okay.
So you take...
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready for it?
Yeah. I've already... Okay, so doesn't matter. We'll get there when we get there.
We'll do... And you have 5 minutes.
Cool.
And if you have answers, you can just tell me. Say, I'm going with A as this, and I'll write it down or whatever. So you just have to be done in 5 minutes.
All right.
Whenever you're ready, you tell me.
I'm ready. Let's friggin' do it.
Let's friggin' go. You have 5 minutes. Begin. Now, this is where I get to just kind of kick back.
Yeah, take care of the chat while I'm doing this.
Swan's in here.
Swan.
The heck is up, Swan? I've met Swan, and I haven't even met Barry.
I don't know how that's possible.
It happened. Friggin' Heather Starkey, the Starkeys. I saw Patrick just tagged me in something, as a matter of fact. I need to look at that right now.
I'm coming back. Hold on. Don't nobody go nowhere.
So he talked about he better not be cheating.
I'm not cheating.
Okay.
I wasn't cheating. I wasn't cheating. Can you hear me?
No, we hear you.
Okay, cool. I promise I wasn't cheating.
All right.
James Taylor is Perry now trying to buy time by claiming technical difficulties. No. Lil, I am using OBS, as you could tell, but John White, it's like watching two teens that have gotten into their dad's whiskey stash. Thank you for saying I look that young. Papa Ritter said I taught my son not to cheat. Look, here, do you guys need some proof? You need some proof? Look, here's the key. All right. I'm not trying to flip anybody off. I'm sorry. The key is completely sealed. I have not touched it. I have not opened it. It is completely untampered.
I wasn't calling him out at all. I'm just letting him waste all of his time.
I'm going to stick with my original answer that A is 1792 12 year.
Okay. So I'll just put a little arrow over there. So that's what you're going with.
Yep. Scott Pigsley, to be fair, Grease was not the one shutting off his camera on Friday night. That would have been Will. So.
That seal looks suspect, to say the least.
It would. I can't win.
You have 2 minutes.
Geez, seriously? Okay.
Yeah, you need to freaking. I'll handle the chat. You need to go. I don't make the rules. I just follow them.
Oh, B is nice. B is. Dang it. B is E.H. Taylor barrel proof.
Okay. You have a minute and a half to get C and D.
Dang it. I did that one in 30 seconds, so.
Matt says, you'd be surprised what can start and finish all within 2 minutes. Plenty of time, Perry.
No comment.
You have 1 minute.
Crap. Wait. Your dog.
$30 seconds.
Dang it. C is, I'm just going to say Jack Daniel's single barrel proof.
He went with it.
I had to. That was the only thing
You
that
have
I
15 seconds to tell me what D is. 10.
10's D is Alberta Premium cast strength.
There we have it, folks. That's 3 rounds. Perry has the answers. I'm excited.
Should we read these together?
No, I'm going to read them to you, so you're shocked.
That's fine. Yeah, that's.
I'm going to do what Matt does. Whew. I'll do it. I'll speed it up a little bit.
Will said, "Get that extra bottle. That extra bottle will be had after." Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry, I sucked in too much air too quickly.
Good.
Oh! I will drink on the extra bottle after the results here are given. So,
all right,
Trev,
here we go.
In your own time.
Round 1. I asked, is this from Beam, Barton, or MGP? Perry said it was from Barton. And it was, in fact, from Barton. So we got the point. B. I said, is this a rye bourbon, a wheater, or corn whiskey? Perry said it was a wheater. This is a corn, more specifically a light whiskey.
Oh, okay. Shoot. Well, that's something I haven't had a whole lot of experience with, so that's good.
Yep. And you said you were mentioning something, not a whole lot of the rye spice.
There you go.
Kind of, I saw your thought process on that one.
Yeah, for sure.
I asked on C, is this a finished whiskey? Yes or no? Perry said, yep, this is a friggin' finished whiskey. Don't know where he pulled that one out of because it absolutely was not a finished whiskey.
Yeah, I know. I think I'm about to pull a Will and get a 3.
So far, you have 1.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Don't get ahead of yourself now. D, what is the dominant grain in the mash bill? At the last second, 1 second to spare, Perry said that it was a rye. He was absolutely correct.
Oh, snap. Okay.
It was a rye.
Okay. All right.
That's 2 points.
Ooh.
Moving on to round 2. Perry got to drink all these some guns. On A, I said, is this older or younger than 10 years? He said, wow, this is pretty tannic. It's older. He was right.
Oh.
It was older. That's 3. On B, I said, guess the proof. Perry said 110. And then he said, nope, that was wrong. So that's his answer, 110. And he said, nope, that's wrong. It's 123. Well, Perry, you shouldn't have gone with 110.
I knew it.
You should have also not gone with 123 because that was 147 proof.
Well, I guess if it's light whiskey, that makes perfect sense.
147.
Jeez, dude.
On C of what Perry tasted, I said, what state of distillation is this? Kentucky, Tennessee, or Indiana? Perry said Indiana. And I said, why did you pick Indiana? He said, I don't know. Well, gosh dang it, he's one lucky son of a gun because it's Indiana. So, I don't know.
It didn't have anything that specifically reminded me of Kentucky or Tennessee. So that's just that. Yeah. Indiana was the third option there. Hey, Swan does make a good point. He says, in all seriousness, Perry and I are having some pretty severe storms at the moment. If we cut out, I'm sorry. That is no joke. We are getting hit with some pretty rough storms right now. So if we do drop out, very sorry. Maybe we'll find some way to finish it up later on if the power comes back. But in the meantime, yeah, we're good. So anyway, D.
All right. On D. I said, is this from Indiana, Kentucky, or from Canada? Alberta, to be specific.
I think you were trying to mess with me there.
Perry said that was from Alberta. I don't even know where the heck that is. So I would have not guessed it, and neither should have Perry. Because that's from Indiana.
Okay. All right. I get it.
All right. So right now, we have 4 points. 4 points. On Glass A, round 3, where he had to just guess the bottle, Perry said A was 1792, aged 12 years. You're an idiot. I'm just kidding. That's the exact bottle.
Holy crap, are you serious?
That's serious.
Holy frick. What?
Yep. 1792, aged 12 years was A. So that would have been at least like 5 points.
That's a 5-pointer right there.
So now you're up to 9.
Holy moly. I'm not all just good luck.
But, that's kind of where your luck ends because you said B was E.H. Taylor single barrel proof. I saw what you did. You started going up in proof.
Yeah.
It was Cat Eye's Obtainium light whiskey.
Yep.
And then C, you said it was finished, and then Indiana, and then Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. You should have stuck with Indiana. That was Smoke Wagon.
Okay.
Uncut, unfiltered. 113.8 proof. But you tried. The thought that counts. And then we already know that you obviously got the entire country wrong on D.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
D was from Indiana. And it was Nashville Barrel Company single barrel rye pick. It's a sprayberry bottle shop pick, 8-year MGP, 111 proof.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. From what I've had from the Nashville single barrels so far, they usually are a little bit more floral and kind of on the Canadian rye spectrum. A little bit. So I at least understand why I went with what I did, but at the same time, 9 points sucks. That's
9 points pretty good, man. Don't let anyone say anything else.
That light whiskey at B might have messed me up a little bit. But at the same time,
did you want to do your bonus pour?
I absolutely want to do this bonus pour. Thank you all so much for watching as we go into a little bit of extra innings here as well.
Because I have a question for you.
Okay.
And what we'll do, I'm just going to ask the question real quick. Then you can enjoy the whiskey afterwards. But I just want you to tell me. You can nose it and you can taste it. And then you got to tell me your answer.
All right.
Because I feel like this question what is in the sample bottle? So it says he gave me multiple things that I'm about to ask you. It said, is it whiskey from Washington State?
Okay.
From Ireland or from Canada, eh?
Okay. All right.
So we're Washington, Ireland, Canada. So is it an Irish whiskey, Canadian whiskey, or friggin' Washington? And then if you want, I guess, guess the exact bottle if you have a guess with it. So just go at your leisurely, just whenever. Go. There's no time. This is bonus.
Well, since we are in a little bit of bonus, Clifton says, I'm done for. I don't know if that's entirely the case at this point. Adriana doesn't think so either. Shotgun approach is always appropriate. Amen to that, James Taylor. Todd said this is going to be a good match tomorrow. I totally agree. John White says, good job, Perry. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Oh, man. I got to... Lone Wanderer 360. Don't say Washington with such disdain, Trev.
Hey, I'm glad he's here. I got your box. And I'm not going to open it per your instructions, correct? That's what I needed to ask. I don't need to open this yet. This is supposed to be, I'm supposed to unbox it. I don't know. The bottle is glass? Chris, what are you talking about? That's some lingo. I don't know.
Is that like the stork flies at midnight?
I also don't know what that means.
I don't either. I'm confused.
All right.
What were my three options? Washington,
is
Canada,
it an
or
Irish
Ireland?
Whiskey,
Okay.
Canadian whiskey, or from Washington? Is it shortbread, butterscotch, or Washington?
Or Northwestern bread? I'm going to say Irish whiskey.
Okay, I want you guessed Irish. Now give me a bottle. Is there something you're thinking that it could be?
I don't think it quite has the color of Redbreast 12. I had Middleton for the first time this weekend, which was phenomenal.
So it's not Redbreast, and you had
No.
Pitt Middleton.
You know what? Screw it. I'll go with Redbreast.
Redbreast what?
Redbreast cast strength. Dev.
Is that your final answer?
Dev said green spot.
It's your final answer.
That's my final answer.
Unless you want to change it right here.
To green spot, because I could change it to green spot and be pretty confident in that answer. I'm gonna stick with Redbreast just for the heck of it. Was it green spot? It was green spot.
Dude, you should have picked.
I should have switched to green spot. Crap!
Because then you would have gotten 0 points. It's Redbreast cask strength.
Oh, freaking A, dude! Woo! All right. Feeling better and better about this all the time. Awesome. Dude,
let's go.
I love cast strength Irish whiskey. I'm just gonna say it. Like, I have not had a bad one yet. But
I've had a sample of that Redbreast cask strength, and now I was like, I need to go get one of those.
Dang,
it's
man.
Good. It's good.
Trev with the fake. Can't tell what a whirlwind. Tammy, Trev with the fake out. Will Henderson, just straight up, hell yeah, brother.
Blue Spot is really good too, man. Oh my gosh.
What's Blue Spot? What? Okay.
You haven't had Blue Spot?
I've not had Blue Spot, I don't think.
I forgot. It's like the most expensive one, but then I think it's the youngest, but the most expensive. But it's also to me that was so freaking good.
Isn't Blue Spot aged in bourbon barrels?
I don't remember.
It's either bourbon barrels or Swan. We literally just drank Blue Spot at OBC. That is true. We did do that.
It's so good.
Yeah, we did, and it's very good. Sorry. Will says Blue Spot is stupid good. Yeah, dude, I'm not upset about this at all. I think this was a good flight. I can't compete, I think, at this point with Grease's 20 points.
Here's the thing. I think just because the initial round you got 9, you realize like each game is different. There's different bottles. There's different questions. So
that is
just
true.
Because someone got 20, if they did it the next week with the bottles that group got, that doesn't mean they would get 20 again. Maybe it's harder questions, but just know, I would say go with your gut instinct.
Yeah.
You got a lot of these. You were thinking you were on the right track. You were picking up things. So even if you do get them wrong, I think you are on the right track. So
yeah.
I would feel good about, if I lose, I would want to feel good about myself that I at least was friggin' close.
Yeah.
And I wasn't close on any of mine.
And I don't feel bad about this at all. I know where there were a couple of like slip ups for sure. So it's that thing of like, I only have 30 seconds to answer. So I have to go with my first instinct. But at the same time, like I could be quickly analytical about it.
Yeah.
Within those 30 seconds. And so I think that's what I've had to kind of get used to more than anything while doing this, is just being able to react a lot more quickly to things. So I don't know. Will Henderson said I also built this and Matt didn't. So that's fair. That is also fair. Oh man. I think we're about done. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to do, man. You know, but
I had fun with it, man.
Oh, I had a great time. We need to do more stuff together for sure.
Oh, I'm definitely in.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you all so much for watching. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with you guys tonight. I drank a lot of that 147 proof whiskey pretty quickly, so I'm gonna have to get Arby's or something. I don't freaking know.
I'm about to go live right after this, brother.
Oh, are you really?
Well, I'm doing it. If anyone's on my Patreon page, we're doing a little thing over there. But that's
Right.
what we're doing. I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah,
It's Thursday.
And Clifton is going live on or at 10 o'clock
Yes.
Eastern, 7 o'clock
would-
Pacific. So
I always recommend to go to your regular scheduled times. View your person who's regularly scheduled because the replay is always there.
absolutely.
So go check out Cliffy.
Where can people find you, Trev?
YouTube.com/The Bourbon Wrench. Instagram at @_ Bourbon Wrench. I think I use the Bourbon Wrench and Bourbon Wrench interchangeably.
Yeah,
Just
they
go to
just search
YouTube.
Bourbon Wrench.
Go to YouTube, email me at bourbonwrench at gmail.com. I'll tell you. I don't know. Just find me. I'm everywhere.
You'll get there eventually.
Say hey
Trev,
in the chat and say, hey, where are you?
Yeah. I'm at home right now. Please don't come see me. I'm busy. I'm in the bathtub. I'm in the bathtub right now. Please. Hey, thank you all again so much for watching. If you want to follow the show, it's at My Bourbon Pod on all social media channels. I'm at PeerRaider1492 personally. You can find all of our apparel and merchandise for a little while longer up until we get the new website and store launched. But everything right now is at bourbonshop.threadless.com. You can support the show through Patreon, patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast for as little as $1 a month. $5 a month gets you some bonus content. There's a whole bunch of other stuff over there. And that does it for this week. I might be off next week. I'm not entirely sure just yet. We'll see. We'll certainly see. Trev, thank you again, buddy. It's been so much fun, man.
Thank you for having me. It was
Like
awesome
playing Matt.
for our first time, so I can't wait for the next one.
We'll do it again very soon. We'll see you all real soon as well. I don't know if it's going to be next week or sometime in the nearest future. But until then, thank you so much for watching. I'm Perry, and this has been TIMBP Live. And I have to hit in broadcast twice.